Hi friends, this is Miss Donna. Welcome to Let's Visit China. This summer we are having some programs about different countries, and this one is about China. So if you come to the library, we have a lot of books about China. We have, as you can see behind me, a lot of folk tales that come from China, and I'm actually going to read one of those to you. And we also have books such as, this is China, Land of the Emperor's Great Wall. If you've read the Magic Treehouse series in the past, or if you enjoy that now, this is a nonfiction companion to Day of the Dragon King. We also have an interactive history adventure. This is also nonfiction about ancient China, so you get to choose different paths to take to learn things about ancient China. We have books about the Chinese language. This one is a pretty new one, and this is called Chinesey for Children. So this has a bunch of different characters in here and how to make them. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on in this program. We also have recipe books. So if you like Chinese food, you can learn how to make some Chinese recipes. This is a book called Games People Play about China. So games that you would play in China. And then we have books about Chinese history and also about China today, the culture and the land and all different kinds of things about it. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to read this folk tale. It's called The Empty Pot, and it's written and illustrated by Demi, and it is published by Henry Holt and Company. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all, and he tended his own garden every day. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. That means somebody who's going to come after him. Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Well, because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All of the children in the land were to come to the palace, and there they would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne. Well, that news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. And all of the parents wanted their children to be chosen emperor, and all the children hoped that they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure that he could grow the most beautiful flower. Ping filled a flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. Another 2 months he waited, and still nothing happened. By and by, the whole year passed. Spring came, and all the children put on their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Can you see all the different flowers they have? They're really big and bright, aren't they? Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by, holding a great big plant. Ping, he said, you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine? Well, I've grown lots of flowers better than yours, Ping said. It's just this seed that won't grow. Ping's father overheard this and he said, "You did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor." Well, holding the empty pot in his hands, Ping went straight away to the palace. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were. But the emperor was frowning, and he did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot?" Ping started to cry and replied, "I planted the seed you gave me and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil, but still it didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today, I had to bring an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do." When the emperor heard these words, a smile slowly spread over his face, and he put his arm around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, "I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you had all been cooked, so it was impossible for any of them to grow." I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth, and now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land. Isn't that a great story? So, if you're watching this and you've registered, you may have already picked up a bag of supplies that looks like this. And if you haven't yet, you can still get this if you register through June 23rd, as long as supplies last. So in here, there's first of all some sheets here. One of them is a direction sheet. And also on the direction sheet, we have some facts about China that are really interesting. For instance, did you know that China has 1/5 of all of the people who live in this world? 1/5 live in China. So it has the most population of any country. And it's also the third largest country. Only Russia and Canada are bigger in terms of area. So there's some other China facts here. And there's a little list of books about China. But you can also come to the library and just ask us to show you some. And there's also some directions then, how to do the different things that I'm going to show you. And then lastly, there are some virtual field trips that you can take. So there are 3 different ones that I've listed. One shows terracotta warriors. So they unearthed these warriors, about 8,000 of them, that depict the warriors from the first emperor of China. So you can see that through a virtual field trip. You can also see some giant pandas at a virtual field trip, and also the Great Wall of China. So in my packet, I have a few Chinese characters. Remember I told you that they don't have an A to Z, so they have characters that mean different things. So I have some characters here. And just like children in China, they practice drawing these characters over and over again so that they learn how to do that. And you have the chance to do that too. So I have some empty boxes that you can use to make these particular characters. All right. And also in my packet, I have a game that you can play. So let me just get all of this out here, because we're going to be using this in a minute. Let me show you this game. It's really fun. It's called Pong Haun K'i. So you have the game board here, and then you need 2 different colors of counters, which I have given you. So you're going to play with somebody else. So the first person will go, and they have to go into the center. So I'm going to be blue right now, so I'm going to move here. Now I'm going to be orange, and I kind of have to move here. There's no other place to move. Now it's blue's turn to move. I think I'll go here. And now it's orange's turn to move. I'm going to go here. And blue's turn here. And now orange. Where can orange go? Right here. And then blue's turn. Orange's turn. Blue's turn. Orange. Blue. Orange. Blue. Orange. Blue. So you're going to keep going, taking turns until somebody can't move. Basically, just keep going, and eventually one person is going to win because the other person cannot move. So that's how the game is played. And you can see it can go on for quite a while, as you can see. So you will have to think about your strategy for that game. So that's pretty fun. Okay, another thing that we have in our packet is you're going to have to provide the empty toilet paper tube. So that's usually pretty easy to find. And you're going to make a fire-breathing dragon because dragons are very popular in Chinese culture. So what you're going to do is you're going to wrap your toilet paper tube with this construction paper, and you're going to glue it or tape it. And then you're going to use your glue dots here to put on your pom-poms, like I've done here. Here are the eyes, and here are the nose. This is the nose. And then you put on your sticker eyes, and then you glue these pieces of crepe paper, glue or tape, inside the toilet paper roll. And so then you have your fire-breathing dragon, and you can blow through the tube and make the streamers blow out. Okay, let's move those things away here. And then next, you're going to make a fan. So you need to have some paper, like printer paper, and your printer paper could be colored, or you could just color it a particular color, or you can make a design. So here's what I did. I have one that's already made. It's red. It's just plain red, and this is what it's going to look like when it's all done. So you can go like that, and then you can close it. See, there it's closed. Okay, so here's how you make that. You have two pieces of printer paper that you have made designs on, and here are my designs that I made. I just made some abstract designs here. And I've already folded this one, and then this one, you're going to fold it, accordion fold it. So that means you make a fold, turn it over, make another fold, turn it over. Keep doing that until you've done it all the way across. Okay, now you have these two, and you are going to fold it in half, and you're going to glue these sides together. So either regular glue or a glue stick, whatever you want. Glue those together. Okay. So I kind of have a mini fan, don't I? I have one mini fan. I'm going to do that with this one also. I'm going to fold it in the middle, and I'm going to glue it. So I've got two mini fans. So I'm going to join these together, again with some glue. And what you might want to do at this point is put something heavy on it so that it'll dry really completely and hold together. So it's going to look like this, and then you're going to take your craft sticks and you are going to glue them here so they stick out a little bit. So can you see that? I would glue it there, glue the other one here, and then you let that dry. So you're left then with a fan. There are the sticks that are glued on, and you can open it up all the way, and then you can close it. So like I said, you can draw whatever you want on to make a design, or you can just use plain paper. You know, another thing you could do is a couple coloring pages from your coloring book. If you've colored those in, you could tear those out carefully and make folds and make your fan out of that. So that would really work well. So I hope that you're going to enjoy learning more about China. by coming to the library and getting some books and reading some folk tales from China. And I hope you're going to enjoy making these things and practicing making your Chinese characters. So have a great summer, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.